Kitchen, big dude, big boy. Yo, we live on here, so we gotta give y'all some type of intro. We just gonna talk about. I mean, y'all see the title, "What a Weekend." So before we get into it, I'll give y'all a little bit of that intro that we usually have, but we got a new intro coming because we the ones. Let's get it.
I love wrestling.
Check us out.
And you love wrestling?
We love wrestling? Watch that shit, bitch.
I'm even rapping. My name is Naomi. If I love wrestling,
You love wrestling.
Then we love wrestling.
Then we love wrestling.
we love wrestling.
We love wrestling.
We love wrestling.
We love wrestling. We love wrestling. Yeah!
I told you.
Oh, we love wrestling. What a weekend. What a weekend. What a weekend. We could just talk about last night, but what a month it has been for black wrestling. Black wrestling out here on these streets. Shout out to the Black Wrestling Podcast. BRP 50 came out June 19th. If you don't know, after the 50, where we rank the people that you should know about and some people that could have been on that 50 list, that'll come out July 19th. Make sure y'all check that. But I'm here with my Midwest gang. You know what I'm saying? I got Cinco. He Midwest, but he
Out west.
out west. You feel me? Somebody y'all ain't seen in I don't know how long. I didn't even know he still watched wrestling. Truthfully, we got the O that you used to know. You know what I'm saying? Omar from Culture Pad.
That you used to know.
That's why y'all used to know him. He be doing stuff like that. I don't know what he on, but we out here just. Let me say it again because I don't know if y'all understand the magnitude. What a weekend. What a weekend. It started off with, well, it didn't start off, but the video that y'all seen, the We Love Wrestling intro, started with Trinity, used to be known as Naomi. She has finally, well, not finally because it was the first match. She has won the Impact World Knockouts Championship by making Deonna Purrazzo tap. Guys, we're here. How do you feel about Naomi winning? I mean, Trinity winning. Nobody? Okay.
First of all,
Well,
it's great to
he-
be back with you, Trey. Hello, Cinco. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, that was a joke. That was a joke. I get it now. I get it. Shout out to Trinity, man. She's been on Impact, and she's definitely been fun to watch. Deanna had an amazing run, but hey, it's the year. Yeah, yesterday, this weekend alone, but yesterday was special, and Trinity put on a dope match. We're live, almost cursed. So, man, her arrival to Impact has made Impact even more enjoyable, and I'm excited to see what she's going to do with the ball in her court.
Sync out.
For all the haters that said she couldn't do it, for all the dollars out there in the world, I know it's microphone connected, but it just sounds good. But for all those who didn't believe in Trinity, she did that ish. She not did it for the culture, she did it for herself. She proved all y'all dollars wrong. That she can and still will prevail under any circumstance that she go through. It don't even matter. The time has paid off. The time is now in the making. We're proud of her. Could be more grateful than, man, lost for words right now. But yeah, proud of her. Happy for her that she won this title. Well deserved. She earned it. And we look forward to this future title run right now.
You feel me? Trinity came in the Impact, told everybody she was gonna do it. She went out there, her and Deonna Purrazzo. Let me just say, her and Deonna Purrazzo had a awesome match. Shout out to Deonna Purrazzo, one of the best women in the world wrestling. She had a cool title reign. You know what I'm saying? She won it off Jordan. Grace had it for a little bit, but now Trinity is in the driver's seat. You know, we watching Trend Pack. We in the Glow era. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. But Impact had a lot of things that happened last night. You know, it was not just Trinity winning the championship. Since this is on digital media, we gotta talk about this. The man been out here wrestling for a while. One of the living legend in his own right, Kenny King. He beat Joe Hendry last night. Say his name and he's the champ. He just beat Joe Hendry. Shout out to Kenny King, you know, new digital Impact Wrestling digital media champion. You know what I'm saying? That boy Joe Hendry called him Stripper Kenny. Made videos about him. Had Yu Amora come out there help him. But what Kenny King do? Kenny King won the belt. Oh snap! If y'all don't know, we got Rashad, the only member of Coach's Cast who really be out here with us. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, get off that.
My bad. How y'all feel about Kenny King winning that digital media championship?
Impact was for us last night. Long story short,
Who was Impact for?
us. But
Okay.
you know what I want to say instead of us.
Impact was for the you know.
No, TNA stood for total action.
Total nonstop action, you feel me?
Total, you know what action?
I'm not messing with you.
Not too much. This man just got on here. He's already on nonsense.
Hey, I was at breakfast and I remember when Cinco was like, "Yo, I'm here." I was like, "Damn, I got to box this up and run home."
Did you say TNA Total Action now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's why they call Impact Wrestling. They took the TNA out. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to worry about that. Since we talking about, you know, Impact things, we before we go to the other stuff, we can't pass this up. Lio Rush basically squashed Chris Sabin last night. New X Division champion. Kushida did win the Ultimate X, so at some point them two will face off. Two people that repping NJPW. But Lio Rush, I think second match in Impact, is the new X Division champion.
In a squash.
Squash.
Mm-hmm.
Before everybody else speak on it, let me have Cinco talk on it, because if y'all didn't know, KTR back in the day had Lio Rush on their podcast when he wasn't really doing podcasts like that. So let me see, Cinco, how you feel about that?
2 or 3 years ago, I interviewed Lio Rush, and he did tell us that he had some things up his sleeve. He had some plans in the making, and it looks like those plans have now came into fruition, as he is now the new X Division champion of Impact. It was well deserved, well earned. He did his thing in the ring, and you can't say nothing about the bad child, the 20-year-old piece of gold. He told us this verbatim, face to face. Well, not face to face, but visual to visual through a computer screen on an interview on Zoom. But he told us he was going to make an impact, and he made and left his impact at Impact. Glad I got a chance to speak with him. Glad to see his dreams come to fruition. And I'm glad to see what is to come. And fresh on this new track too as well with Impact. Like, what you gotta say? What you gotta say about it? You can't say nothing about it. Yeah. RP to his opponent though.
I mean, I've been all in on Leo since his New Japan.
I'm in character right now. Don't forget.
I already know. I sensed it, you know.
Go ahead. I'm just go.
Mimosa. This man dressed like a baddie, drinking a mimosa and stuff like that, acting out of unusual.
With candles and stuff, yo, I can't take him seriously right now at all.
Hey, that's that hat Cole Martin used to wear.
The thing is, his mic not even plugged up, but he making it look like he's focused on it, like his mic is really plugged up.
That shit's crazy.
That boy's sitting in the fucking one of them foot massagers.
Go ahead.
He got a soy candle laid on the side.
Nothing else on Lio Rush?
Lavender.
I jump in real quick. The 28-year-old piece of gold. It's crazy when Leo, what was he, the 23-year-old piece of gold way back when? And just the ups and downs, personal battles, the things that he's been going through, just to see where he is now, especially back in the ring consistently, really putting in the work. It's dope to see. It looks like mentally he's in a great place, and that's what you really care about more than what to do inside the ring, but you want to make sure outside the ring they're in a good place, and it looks like he's in a dope place. And yeah, man, I'm interested to see, man, because a Lio Rush with a title, now that he's a little bit older, we all know he can promo. We all know he can probably set up a great program with Kushida. I feel like if anybody can sell a Kushida program, it's going to be Lio Rush. So I'm excited.
Anybody can sell a Kushida Kushida can sell a Kushida program by herself. Don't come on here disrespecting Kushida.
I'm not disrespecting Kushida.
Hey, what's wrong with
but I feel like if every dance partner needs a dance partner. And I feel like this could be a great dance partner even more so. Kushida's amazing. I know that. I'm not trying to dismiss Kushida.
Now, it depends on the dance partner. That's another story. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So Impact Wrestling did his thing, but I want to talk about the independent scene right quick because I'm hyped. My guy, my dude, the Midwest best kept secret, faced Matt Cardona last night. Isaiah Bronner is the new Absolute Intense Wrestling heavyweight champion.
what I say?
Beat his ass.
Beat his ass. Now, something I notice in wrestling, and this is to take nothing away from Bronner's victory. It always seems like to me a lot of times when a black wrestler wins, there's some extra seasoning put on most of the time for their win. Either outside interference, somebody helping them to win. I just noticed this, unless they like a purebred baby face, but on the indie scene, there's always some extra. Last night, Bronner didn't have nothing to do with the people that got involved in that match. They just got sick of Matt Cardona, and Bronner came out the champion. But even before that, I was like, yo, Bronner, whoop his ass. One day we'll talk about Matt Cardona being on the indie scene and some of his tactics of what he do when he meet fans. We'll talk about that one day. But right now, he can't be a secret too much longer. He was number 49 on the BRP 50. Isaiah Bronner, the new Absolute Intense Wrestling heavyweight champion. I've been talking about this for 2 to 3 years that Bronner is that dude.
Preach.
When you see him out here, he pick people up with ease. He tosses boys. He F5ing people. He talk his
Preach.
Congratulations to Isaiah Bronner. When you come to hell, he got a match here in Naptown All Pro today. If you in Indianapolis, get to Duke's Indies on the southwest side. But he call himself the Bruiser. The Bruiser in Indianapolis. He bruising people all every day in the ring. But Isaiah Bronner is the new AIW Absolute Intense Wrestling champion. Just won the champion. What y'all feel about that? Because we got some more champions to talk about after him.
Hey, didn't I say in our last recording, I said like the next 50 is going to be top 5, and it's just a start right here.
You see it. Bronner's a scary specimen in real life.
I caught tailwind of Bronner maybe you put me on and Ray put me on about 2 years ago. So I've been in tune with what he does, and that's a big boy. That's a big, strong boy. And I'm excited. Like number 49, definitely you're going to see an increase. And I think the key thing is, man, it's only getting started, man. I feel like more eyes are starting to get on him. And I think it's going to be dope, man. I can't wait to see what shows he highlights for the conclusion of this year.
Cinco?
The man's a workhorse. we're not gonna deny the fact right there. Strong will do. I remember I first officially met him in person when I did the Black Wrestling Mass show out in St. Louis. Shout out to you, thank you for coming out to that show. But after seeing him in person, working that, doing that, I'm like, bro, you really that deal for real. And I've seen him on the independent circuit and the other shows, and finally, and not finally, but beating Matt Cardona, I'm like, you, man, I ain't got nothing to say. Like what Shaw said earlier, like he gonna be higher next year on that BRP 50, not 550, yeah, BRP 50, than that 49 easy. But like, yeah, big shout out to the bro. Like I said, proud of you, man. All the work you done. Toast up to you, my brother.
He made the he had made the after the 50 the year before this year on the BRP 50. Shout out to Bronner. Keep doing your thing. He was
he beat that ass.
I mean, it's you and a candle. It's wild because people don't know most of the year Bronner was wrestling. I think it's like he had a leg injury, but he was still out there doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. Shout out to him. Also on the independent scene. If you're over there in the UK, United Kingdom, London,
the brubs.
Bloody hell. Bloody hell. No, that's me. But
wrong dialect.
Yeah, wrong dialect. But over there, there's this little dude. Like a year and a half ago, I saw this guy. He goes up on the rope. He does like a Swanton 450, and I was like, "Yo, this gonna be next right here. This dude is it." But this guy's over there in the United Kingdom, Leon Slater. He became the North Wrestling NCL heavyweight champion by beating Liam Slater last night. If you haven't seen his finishing move where he on the top rope and he do the swanton and then to the 450, you have to see it. It's like one of the most beautiful things. Go to our Instagram, LUV Wrestling on Instagram. I put a clip up of it with all the other people that won the championship. But he is now the North Wrestling NCL heavyweight champion. The youngest in charge. I mean, I think the dude's only like 19 or 20. Out here doing this thing. He had a confrontation with Will Ospreay earlier this week, and he finishes this week winning the championship over there. And he says without North NCL, he wouldn't be nowhere. So shout out to Leon Slater. A lot more to come. I know everyone talk about Nick Wayne doing his thing, but if you don't start putting Leon Slater into that category and know about Leon Slater in like a year, 2 years, you're gonna be like, who is this Leon Slater cat? But we're gonna talk more on that later with some stuff coming up. But Cinco, Rashad, what y'all got?
I just Googled Leon Slater, and I'm like, this kid has it. I don't know what it is, but he has it. And this is my first time out here on cap. Like, I'm not gonna be that person that's gonna be like, I know all. No, I had no idea who this kid is, and I'm intrigued. The first match I pull up is Leon Slater versus Mike Bailey, and I'm like, from right there, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna tap into this when I'm on the treadmill later today at the gym, because like this is a good 16 minutes. I'm like, oh, this is some good cardio right here. Because I've heard of Nick Wayne, Nick Wayne, and kudos to that young bruv doing this thing, but now I got a brother bruv. Okay, say less. And then the finisher, we were talking offline about this. I tell you how finishers matter. I'm interested to see the rest of his ring work. And now that he's a champion too, especially on this Black Bleep weekend, oh, let's go. So I'm gonna check it. That's gonna be my homework assignment for the week. I'm gonna check this out and follow up with y'all.
And that's not like his first championship, so he's out here. So if y'all don't, just get on it. Cinco, go and pick up your unplugged mic and do your thing, man.
First and foremost, I wanted to throw this out there for all the viewers and listeners out there. Do not ever in life mix orange juice and cognac. We're going to get it out the way. It's a bad idea because I'm going through it right now. Secondly,
I told you that when you start pouring.
Yeah, you did, but you know,
Hennessy and orange juice.
I'm hard headed. You know that, but now I feel the effect. It's not feeling good right now. It's a bad combination. Stick with champagne, everybody. Stick with champagne. Who we talking about again?
Please do not throw up on the mic.
I can handle liquor now. Don't do that. Like I say,
No disrespect to Leon Slater is outrageous.
I ain't disrespect. I just want to know who I forgot. You know, the alcohol like threw my mind off. Leon Slater, yes. Damn, what? Okay, you know what? You know, we're just gonna hold my thoughts. I'm trying to get my thoughts right. But yeah, shout out to your win though, my brother. I appreciate it. Now, I don't. That's stupid. I'm sorry. I don't appreciate it. But yeah, shout out to you, my brother. You did great. Don't drink cognac and orange juice. I'm. Hold on. I need to drink water. I'm sorry.
All right,
Why?
I told him beforehand, don't put the Hennessy in the orange juice. And you was like, oh, it's a mimosa. Now look at him. He over there struggling.
Why would Hennessy and orange juice be a mimosa?
It sounded good in the moment. You never tried it?
I've heard of those Henny mimosas before.
Thank you. Like I say, it's a mimosa. Like it's our mimosa. You know, our. Yeah.
Who is our?
I'm not,
I didn't know. That is not our. Nothing
I ain't drinking no Henny. I ain't drinking Henny like that.
What are you talking about? It's our.
Wait, you say you don't drink Henny like that, but you gave him a Henny recipe?
No, he didn't give him the recipe.
I didn't give him the recipe.
He came on camera straight up. He had the cup, and he was like, and I was like, bro, Hennessy and orange juice?
And my only thing that I said was, I've heard of it before, so I'm not dismissing it. I'm like, yeah, I've heard of Henny mimosas before. So like, I did not support and or encourage. I just want to let it be known that I've heard of Henny mimosas.
I mean, I've heard of it before too, but the man come on here with his robe on and some shades. I knew he didn't need that. But that's neither here or there. Let's get back to the wrestling because we're not getting ready to make this on.
How's that boy Leon?
We're not getting ready to talk about this boy Cinco, but Leon Slater in the UK. If y'all don't know him, make sure y'all get to know him. Like I said, there'll be more on that to come. More on the independent scene. Last night, Battle Royal, 12 Karat Battle Royal that happened at Reality of Wrestling. Shout out to Promise Braxton. If y'all don't know Promise Braxton, y'all should know her. We done had her on the podcast at least twice. She is the current Reality of Wrestling Women's Champion. She was just at the Queen of the Indies for West Coast Pro, and she qualified and won to go to Japan to train over there with Marvelous. But last night it was a 12-woman battle royal, 12 Karat, and she came out as the winner. Promise Braxton, if you don't know her, you know what I'm saying? She used to be Ali London up in Pittsburgh. A lot of people don't know that. But she's coming. Like, I keep telling people she's coming. Like, when I first met her, I knew she had something, you know what I'm saying? And now she coming into her own. Like, she's somebody that if you don't have your eyes right here looking, like, you can watch Reality of Wrestling on YouTube. Like, they weekly TV, they put up their TV. It's a little later than what you can see it, like, for real, but Promise Braxton ain't nothing to with. Y'all better know who Promise Braxton is.
Hey, Booker T don't miss down there in Reality of Wrestling in terms of the farm system that he's building and the independent stars that's come from ROW. Man, let's just say he knows what he's doing, and especially in the women's division. So shout out to that girl.
Yeah, I mean that Diamonds women's division. I don't know who's all in it right now, but the list of women that they have come through there to the Diamonds women's division and the matches they put on are ridiculous. Like, go check out that High-End versus AQA match. It's probably from like 2018.
AQA, man, I wish you, man.
That thing has over 1 million views right now. And if you ain't seen that one, just go sit down, watch the history of Reality of Wrestling on their stuff, and you'll be like, man, they had all these people come through there. Like,
man, they had the Usos back in the day. People don't know.
Yeah, shout out to Alicia Fox. She go by Vix Crow now. She was at Summer of Champions last night. They had Trick Williams out there too.
Big Trick.
And you know,
is he from Baltimore?
I think South Carolina. He went to USC.
You know what else came out of Baltimore?
Nope.
No.
Shout out to Summer of Champions happening down there. If you weren't able to stream it and pay that fee for it, probably in like 2-3 weeks, they have all those matches up on their YouTube so everybody can watch. Let's see what else we had go on last night. Oh,
yes, sir.
for people who watch TV.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
oh.
I didn't watch it live as it happened. I was outside. I watched it on my phone. Then I watched it again when I got home. AEW has a show on Saturday nights. It's called Collision. Sometimes I call it Confusion. Sometimes I call it AEW Conclusion. Sometimes I call it AEW
Pollution.
Collegiate. AEW Collided. But they had the On Art Tournament finals. I thought like last year's, I'm wrong on this. I thought last year was on like a pay-per-view. And now this year they just did it on a Saturday night show.
AC, which is their second show, if we're keeping it a buck, it's their B show.
It's their second show. To me, Collision is my A show.
I think Collision has the best wrestling.
Yeah, I won't lie to you.
Dynamite's their A show, quote unquote, but I think Collision has the better wrestling.
For me, Collision is my A show. I enjoy Collision a lot. They actually seem to have with like FTR, CM Punk, and all them, they have some type. Ricky Starks, they have like a storyline that you can keep up with. Unlike Wednesday nights where you might get somebody random to come on there. Collision so far in like its first 3 to 4 weeks, I like what they're doing. Will Hobbs did his thing, but we gotta talk about the On Hard tournament winners. We're gonna talk about the men's side first, because shout out to Chicago people. Chicago made Punk. That Punk got beat last night by Ricardo Starks. Ricky.
Pretty Ricky, what we call him.
Pretty Ricky, what we call him. Pretty Ricky Starks. Oh shit. Ricky Starks won the men's side of the On Hard tournament last night by defeating CM Punk. It was a clean victory from everything I saw. Shout out to Ricky Starks winning. How y'all felt about it?
Hey, like I said earlier, we got Ricky, Trinity, Leo, Kenny. Last night was for us.
It was FUBU?
For us.
For us by us, FUBU?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shout out to FUBU, night. That might be the name of the episode. Wrestling's FUBU. Fubba. Man, Cinco, how you feel about Ricardo, Pretty Ricky, what we call him, Starks winning last night?
Now you know about Ricky Starks. No, I say that's my alter ego right there. So like I was more than happy to see him beat CM Punk, obviously, because I'm tired of seeing CM Punk on TV all the time. But with that, I hope they don't have a type of little controversy afterwards, because I did see how the match ended and the confusion, but after the tournament and everything, and I don't want them to come back to TV next week, following week, saying, "Oh, it was a mishap. Oh, it's a change of plans. Oh, we got to do a rematch." I don't want to see that. Give him what we want. Give us what we want and what he deserves at the same time too. Rick Starks won that fair and square. You ain't see what happened. Ain't nothing happened. So I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, but like I said, I liked it. It was good. And make sure y'all drink y'all water too as well.
I don't think they'll take the tournament win from Ricky Starks, but I can see Ricky Starks and CM Punk probably going to a program now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just shocked that Ricky won, because everybody was like, CM Punk got this, and I was like, hey, do something different and let Ricky Starks win it. And Ricky Starks won it. What up, O? It's on you.
This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I mentioned how Collision has better stories, better wrestling, even though Dynamite's their quote unquote A show. If it wasn't on a Saturday, I would commit time to watching this, but I'm outside on Saturdays. I'm not about to commit to watching wrestling on a Saturday. But with that being said, I definitely watched the clips. Shout out to Cam. He was watching it live on his phone. He was out too. Ricky Starks, I've been waiting for this moment. You can ask Ray. I've been waiting for Ricky Starks to get some type of ball in his hand so he can run with it. And having a potential program with Punk is what we need to elevate him to another level. I really feel like Punk's role now in Collision is to be petty and push those who needed to be pushed and give them in the rub to elevate them higher than any other rub that any other talent would have potentially gave them. You know what I'm saying? I'm super excited for Ricky Starks. I love how he walked past Jushin Liger and just took the trophy from him. Like, be brash, be confident, be cocky. We don't do that enough as Black people. And I'm super excited for this moment. It's pretty Ricky, what we call him, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And if this is what's going to push him to potentially, let's say, maybe the TNT title, or in a perfect world, if he's heel, I want that title taken from Orange Cassidy after this program. Like, I really feel like you can go CM Punk, Ricky Starks moves on from the pump, he's elevated, and he takes that and he has a momentous heel run. He cheats to win, and he goes as a monster heel because he can promo.
Who's the heel? CM Punk?
No, make Ricky Starks the heel after he beats Punk. Then he beats Orange Cassidy. I want him to cheat to win. And then I want him to be, yeah.
He didn't cheat last night. What you talking about?
You know what? You're right. You're right. My bad.
Right.
Okay. I'm tweaking. There's no cheating, but yeah, I want him to win it. I want him to win the game consistently, like how he's been doing right now. And then when he
fair and square.
And then go on a monster Intercontinental run. That's how you book Ricky Starks going forward. He needs a belt he doesn't need a belt. Let me put it that way. But I would love for him to have the Intercontinental title by the end of this year or before.
Wait, so he going to WWE?
So here's my when he came from NWA, he was their national champion.
Boom.
And he gave up that belt and came over to AEW. He's been in AEW for like two years now.
Yep.
And they had him carrying around a FTW championship, which by all rights and means doesn't mean anything. I don't care about that belt.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, he's overdue for a championship. International title. At one point, I thought he was going to be the TNT champion. I feel like that belt still belongs to Will Hobbs because I don't give no care about the Dinosaur and Christian over there holding it. Because when Warlow won it, it was BS.
Mm-hmm.
What Warlow doing now? Just at home chilling since he got beat?
Talk to him.
When he got beat Will Hobbs the first time, he was just chilling for a week too.
Right.
Then he came back and QT. So Will Hobbs only had the TNT title for maybe 2 weeks, which is BS. And the Dinosaur is on like his third week.
Yeah.
Warlow is a 2-time TNT champion.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, we want to talk about it. When Scorpio Sky had the TNT belt, he didn't have it that long.
Tell him.
So kind of like what I said earlier, like with the Black wrestlers, I feel like it's always something extra, or they have short title reigns when they get that title. Like shout out to Melo holding the belt since Mania weekend. You know what I'm saying? He's still doing his thing.
Melo don't miss.
If I feel a way about it, they might try to bring it out from that GAB and people like because he need to be on the main roster. No, give this man a dominant NXT title run. You know what I'm saying? While he's doing his thing. Give Ricky Starks a dominant title run. You know what I'm saying? He had the match with MJF. You saw how people was behind him. We waiting on Ricky Starks to get a real title and get his actual where he need to be out here. Maybe y'all won't do that because y'all feel like it's other people ahead. But Ricky Starks is money because when that boy come out and he do this, you better recognize.
And that's on Jesus Father.
And
that's on Mary
Helen. But that's the key thing. The key thing. I love Ray.
I thought I was throwing out good ad-libs on his speech.
Go ahead, O.
No, bro, because at the end of the day, man, you can have so many dope matches. You can have so many spectacular moves that they're starting to not cut back on, but getting permission for to an extent, program by program basis. But if you have a promo and you have somebody who can talk on the microphone, to this day, it is shown time and time again in wrestling. If you can talk, and then if you can work as an added bonus, you can get not only will you get yourself over, but you can get talent over, and you can push the product forward. Give the title and put the rocket ship on Ricky Starks. Absolutely.
Shout out to that. We got a few minutes before I have to get out because I got a hard stop time that we got to do. Also on AEW Collision, Willow, Big Willow Nightingale, Big Willow Energy. Our Instagram say Willow wrestles. Last night she wrestled, and she beat Ruby Soho for the on card Women's Cup. Big Willow NJP Strong Championship, Owen Hart Cup. Willow was in two finals, so I feel like Willow needs to move to that Ring of Honor Championship only because they had the finals the first time before Ring of Honor was bought by Tony Khan, and her and Roxanne Perez was in that finals match, and Roxy won the belt. Then Ring of Honor did their whole shutdown thing, and the belt was vacant. And then Willow again got to the finals, and she had to face Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes Martinez, main event Martinez, my people, she won the belt. Willow's second time in the final did not win that Ring of Honor Championship. She had a match with Athena for the championship. She did not win. That was on Ring of Honor show like earlier this year. I feel like at this point, Willow is Ring of Honor because she's one of the only people that's still there from when Ring of Honor did their thing. I mean, they got Trish there, Maria, who was one in the women's division back then. She over there, but she's not really wrestling because she's not cleared that whole storyline. But I feel like it's time for Willow to get that Ring of Honor championship. And Athena, you've been over there running Ring of Honor. I feel Willow can get that belt from Athena. Then Athena, it's time to elevate her.
You really beat me to what I was saying.
AEW, because, I mean, like, come on. She can have friction with the Outcast. They be like, oh, we came from the same place. And she be like, you little porcelain hussies, we not the same. I've been running this over here on Ring of Honor by myself. Now I want that. And she go there, she get that belt. Because before the Friday night when Athena lost to Willow, her last loss was at All Out 2022 in a singles match to Jade. She's lost some tag team matches, like 2 of those, but her last singles match loss was at All Out 2022 to Jade. It would be so tight if All Out 2023, you know what I'm saying? We got to see some, but I feel Athena needs to go away from the Ring of Honor Championship. She can drop it at this point. She has been Ring of Honor. When you talk about Wrestlers of the Year, she has to be in the conversation. But I just feel like it's time for her to move to that AEW championships. How y'all feel? We got 4 minutes. Let's go.
You know what I said. Who was last night for again?
For the, you know.
For us. I'll be brief, man. Shout out to Willow and Athena. They main evented Rampage, but guess what? Once again, nobody watches Rampage, unfortunately. So it's an amazing. But fast forward to Saturday, where more eyes are really watching it. She got that prize. She beat Ruby in a dope match, and I think Trey, you said everything I was gonna say. I feel like it's a great time for Athena to move up. Not move up out of town. It's weird, but it's time. It's a great time for Athena to move on to AEW in their women's division, especially with Jade taking a break. I'm still mad that Willow never beat Jade. I thought Willow would have been a great TBS champion, but I love her right now. She would be the ROH women's champion, and then Athena can move on and take a title in the AEW division.
Cinco?
This nigga.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Big Willow. put the TBS title on her, like we were talking about what Omar said. I know he was talking about putting on a thing. I get it, elevate her and everything, but she's having a great run. And no, they kind of squashed that thing already when she lost to her in the one-on-one match for the Owen Hart title. But still, at the same time, I feel like it'd be a great chance for Willow to get that elevation. Put her on the TBS title, so I could be more invested with the product of this one show that decides to come on Friday and Saturday nights when I'm outside. And maybe I'll sit inside the crib and watch these matches. But until then, big shouts out to Willow.
Sit inside and watch what matches on what?
Huh?
Sit inside and watch what?
I said if we put Willow on this program and make her a TBS champion, I might decide to sit in on my Fridays and Saturday nights and watch this cable television product that is on during the evenings when I'm outside. Because other than that,
ain't no champions been on Rampage, bro. Okay, so before we get out of here, look, I'm not sitting inside to watch nothing. You can watch everything on your phone. Listen, you can watch everything on your phone straight up. That's how a lot of people stream wrestling. And then nothing against Rampage or nothing, but I'm only watching Rampage when they got like wrestlers that I really support on there. You know what I'm saying? And then
I was only watching for Jade.
And if that's only one match, that's like 10:25 to like 10:35 that the match come on Eastern time, and then you done. Like you can watch that the next day, but I haven't watched a full Rampage episode unless I went to an AEW show. And that's nothing against them. That's just being totally 100.
Now that's crazy because you are on the East Coast and that show come on really late. Ain't no way in hell I know you ain't watching. I know you're not, so I get it. Yeah,
you feel me? Like
it come on 7, so like it's it's tip for tap, but still I know definitely.
Yeah, a Friday night like SmackDown only gets to like 9:15 in the house. And then I'm in the car and SmackDown is on the phone and I'm going to where I'm going. I'm like, who doing that? Oh, okay. Let me put it up on the phone because, you know, I got that extended.
That's crazy because SmackDown definitely is on the phone. I'm usually starting SmackDown before, or I'm at the gym watching SmackDown. And then I'm literally watching on the phone and closing out before I
go. SmackDown for being the pregame TV show while we get ready to go out for the Friday night.
Yeah, that's it. And then, you know, when I'm outside, I'm watching the main event in the car and everything. And I'm like, if it's good, I'll get back home and watch it. Before we get out of here, though, we got my people in the building. Let's get Nicole's opinion on last night's. About it. Nicole.
Hello. I figured I'd pop in really quick when I have 10 minutes.
Good morning.
I'm just happy all the black people won. That's all I cared about. That's all I ever will care about. That's it.
What I said last night was for
us.
For us, by us. And we was getting it. Shout out to everything that happened last night. It was a lot more wrestling happened. I would love to talk about it with y'all. Yeah. Maybe I'll come back later.
Also, might be an unpopular opinion. I don't know if you guys talked about it, but Collision is it. Like they're really.
We definitely said that.
I said, Phil is really doing his thing over there. Look at him. I don't give that man flowers too often, but I'll give him a little clap for that.
We'll give him a dandelion. That's cool.
Yeah.
You ain't getting nothing.
It's like half bent, but it's still a flower.
Shout out to Phil.
Shout out to Big Phil Energy. Collision. If you don't think I think Collision is like the A show. I care about Collision more than I care about Dynamite. Me and Nicole talked about this on a We Love Wrestling Weekly maybe like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all get on that. But just to run down what we talked about. Trinity, new women's knockout champion, Impact Knockouts champion, world champion. It's a world championship if y'all don't know. Lio Rush, the new X Division champion in Impact. Kenny King, the new digital media champion over there in Impact. Say his name and he's the champ. It's Kenny King. We got Isaiah Bronner, the new Absolute Intense Wrestling heavyweight champion, beating Matt Cardona. Leon Slater, the new North Wrestling NCL heavyweight champion, beating beating Liam Slater, no relation. I don't believe no relation. Ricky Starks, the men's Owen Hart Cup winner, tournament winner. Yes. Willow Nightingale, the Owen Hart Cup women's winner. Yes. Culture Inc. Is the new Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions, winning in a fatal 4-way. So last night was for us. For everybody else, shout out to Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly winning in Knockouts Tag Team Championships.
Subculture, which is one of my. I followed them for, especially when they were doing like their weird shit when they were on the Indies.
Just say their name and keep going. They can't get too much time like that.
I love Subculture.
This is not for them. Subculture, shout out to you, but this is not y'all. Y'all not getting no extra time. Nobody gets extra time unless it's for us. Who else?
I'm trying to think who else.
That's all I got. So
G1 is going on, but I don't know what's going on yet, so I haven't had a chance to pay attention to that.
We was only talking about for us on this episode. So
okay. None of us are in any of the blocks yet. So yeah.
Yeah, if you want to hear about the rest of that, maybe later this week, but not today. July 19th, After the 50 comes out this year. It's only 10 people. Last year we did 20, damn near 22. Way too many. From now on, After the 50 will only be 10 people. But they usually say it's people that could have been on the BRP 50, but you may get some people that's on the BRP 50, but I'm going to shine a light on the younger talent that's out here doing their thing. They could hit the BRP 50, but this year it's about the younger talent who are out here doing their thing. There's one older talent because I just feel like he's going to make the 50 next year, and I would be a fool not to put him on. He was one of the people we just talked about in here. So if you go through the whole thing, who we talk about that one on the BRP 50, he probably going to be on the After 50. Well, damn, maybe 2 people. So, got to check that out. Also, go back and check the Cosmic Women in Wrestling. Women in Wrestling is coming every 2 weeks now. July 26th, we're going to have Clara on. If you don't know her, she out of North Carolina. Go check her out. BRP 50, After the 50 week next weekend. A lot more posts coming up. I'm going to drop. If y'all been watching, the match has been going up just randomly. I'm probably going to drop like 8 matches this week. Going to Naptown All Pro today. If you in Indy, come say what's up, Duke's Indy. I've never been on there. That's not my side of town, but I'm going out there. And everybody, tell them how to get on y'all social media, and then we're going to get up out of here.
Yo, I got a quick shout real quick. This Thursday, Second Wrestling, our boy Jackson P. Larkin, he's going up against Chris Adonis, formerly known as Chris Masters. It's this Thursday, #for us.
I don't have nothing. Oh, shout out to Bobby Lashley, if no one shouted him out yet.
We did shout that out.
Well, I'm gonna give him another shout out. I feel like he deserves it.
Cinco.
We doing a shout out, or we just doing the outro part?
Do your outro.
All right,
run it.
This is what I do best.
Run it.
This is Cinco for No Roast Podcast. #KTR. We are KTR. We are back in the building with the Midwest Melanin Mafia family. Yes, live and direct with We Love Wrestling, Down for the Count, and Culture Cast. But this is No Roast Podcast, 1/3 No Roast Podcast. You can find us on all social media platforms, KTR_podcast, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, No Roast Podcast, Facebook, YouTube, No Roast Podcast, all podcast platforms. Got Google Podcasts, got Spotify, got Anchor, got Apple Podcasts, got Poppy on everything. And don't forget to get that merch too. Take them away.
Every day you gotta say it, and you gotta do it, and you gotta give it.
Oh.
I can't.
I haven't said this in a while. Let me get in the mode. What's going on, everybody? This is the that you should know, Omar Solo, 1/3 of the Culture Cast. For the culture, by the culture, we do it for the culture. And if you're not down with the culture, we just can't help you. Bringing you everything you need to know in the world of professional wrestling and other ish. You know the vibes. Worldwide right down there. Shout out Brit to the knee. Shout out to our cousins for the marks. your favorite marks. And shout out to everyone here. Be on the lookout. Follow us on social media, CultureCastPod _ on Twitter, CultureCastPod everywhere else. Merch link in the bio, all donated to independent wrestling. Shout out to We Love Wrestling. Shout out to the gang. Shout out to DreamCon. I'll see you there in 10 days. I'm presenting at DreamCon, so if you're going to DreamCon, rock with me. Okay, come to my panel. I just can't wait to sing Disney. 3:30 Central Time, Saturday during DreamCon. Gang.
Follow us on all social media at We LUV Wrestling. We're trying to get to 30K on IG. Get us to 30K. We out here. I'm a social media influencer because I see people that don't even got as many followers as me calling themselves social media influencers, and they are not that. I influence social media. The stuff we post, people take notice. Look on Twitter. You got to add the one because we the ones. Make sure y'all follow Down for the Count, D4TC_podcast on Instagram. I mean on Twitter. No, that's on Instagram. On Twitter, they are Down the number 4 the Count 19. Make sure you follow all of them. Tiffany, Nicole, Alexis, Jay, you know what I'm saying? It's 4 of them, so it's 4 the Count, you know what I'm saying? And just look out for everything. Because, like I always say, if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. Because it's 2 Street.
And that's on Jesus' Father.
Ooh.
For us. For us.
Cut and print. Beautiful guy.
Period.
Beautiful.
Hello, Christ.